Brian uses only the freshest ingredients and his presentation's just magnificent.
Your favorite chef?
We are cooking up a dish for our favorite chef competition. So we're going to do pan-seared scallops with a Romesco sauce. But we're going to also toast some baguette bread so we can also dip. You know how we like to dip. That dish is going to be paired with a Pinot Grigio. And we're going to garnish it with some microgreens, some sliced radishes, and just really some nice fine details to kind of show off our plating skills.
Let's get to work, chef.
Let's go.
We're going to get this done really quickly, but I'll take the time to do the best I can to explain what's going on. So our dish tonight we're going to prepare is pan-seared scallops. We're going to do a Romesco sauce. I have all of my mise en place together. I have some garnishes, but we're going to first toast the bread so we can set that aside and get that done before we ruin the pan with the scallops. Now, one of the things I want to tell you is a lot of times people will toast bread and they'll use butter. Because I'm using a cast iron pan, because actually I'm going to go with mayonnaise. It's overrated at times, but what we're going to do is we're going to spread a thin layer on. And this obviously is for convenience. And I'm trying to move quickly with this here. But we're going to spread a thin layer on. And then we're going to get a nice little sear on that, just on one side. And that's going to be what we're going to use as, if you want to dip, we have a dipping oil. And then we're going to also use that if you want to do with your Romesco sauce. So we're going to just let that toast real quickly and we'll be right back. We got some nice dry day boat scallops, meaning they came in on the boat within the last 24 to 48 hours. We're going to just keep it simple. We're going to hit it with a little bit of salt, a little bit of cracked black pepper, and we're going to let the pan just do the magic. I'm going to throw a little bit of olive oil on there. And what I'll do is salt the other side when we get in the pan. You hear that nice sear, you just want to let it go. Once you get it in there, just let it do what it do. Don't be impatient. These are some nice, beautiful scallops. This is the hot side of the pan right here. And we just let it sit. We're gonna let it cook for about maybe 2 minutes or so on one side. And when you start to see that crust form, then you want to flip it over and let it cook. And that's what we're going to do. I have a little bit of finishing oil, what we're going to use to add bread. So it's just a little bit of oil. It is some spices in here, some fresh herbs, and we're going to put that on the side so that if you want to dip your bread in the Romesco sauce or this finishing oil dipping sauce, you can do so. So right now, we turned our scallops. We're going to let them go just for another minute or two more. You have the perfect sear here. We're going to use this as I said, we're going to make this a starter plate. With that being said, we're just going to let this go for a minute or two more, and then we will take it out of the pan and let it rest. We are taking these scallops out right now. We're going to let them rest because I don't want them to overcook. They'll carry overcook just a little bit, but you see we have a nice sear, and that's what we're looking for. You don't want the scallops to overcook and become chewy. You want them to be nice, tender, and moist for eating. So we'll let these rest a minute, and then we'll get ready to plate our dish. We are going to plate. So when we're talking about plating, we're looking for contrast, we're looking for color, we're looking for depth of flavors, and a bunch of different things. So I have the Romesco sauce that I made earlier. It is blended nicely, nice consistency. And again, I told you you had to add the crusty bread to it. So we're going to put a dollop of that on here. And then I'm just going to drag that so. Now we're going to take the scallops. It is. It's our pan-seared scallops, Romesco sauce, toasted pine nuts, garnished nicely with the radishes, toasted bread, dipping oil, Pinot Grigio. Can't go wrong. Taste of the Jersey Shore. Your favorite chef.